day 2 in the lakes, and quite different weather from yesterday. Some blue sky, some cloud, a little bit chilly but not too bad, about 4 degrees this morning. I'm heading up Rolling End, and kind of the route is up this way, up into the kind of Coombe, and then up for hopefully views into the Newlands Valley and across Keswick and Cat Bells. But first thing I should say is I had a fantastic night last night. Stayed at the best guest house in Britain, I reckon, Hillcrest 22 in Keswick. Pete and Netta and Lucy. So thanks guys, great night, great breakfast, and I'll put a link in, so if you're coming up to the lakes, you're going to stay in Keswick, stay there. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a day of, you can see now probably on my face, the sun is out, but it's coming in and out of the clouds. So what I'm hoping to do is get up onto Rolling End and take it from there. But already, you can see there's snow on the peaks, so I'm hoping for some good shots and a good day. So stay with me. I'm going to have some jelly babies to give me some energy to get up here. I need some lighter camera gear, I'm sure I do. Right, see you soon. Why do I bother slogging up these hills? Is there anything to see? Of course there's something to see. Look at that, look at that. I'll keep going, I'll do a full double 360. So kind of Skiddaws a little bit in cloud. So as I was coming up, there was a bit of cloud on Skiddaw, so it's built a bit. But you're looking over kind of Derwent Water, Cat Bells, Maiden Moor, High Spy, Dale Head, Hindscarth, Robinson, Knott Rig, Causey Pike, Newlands Valley, and it is just I haven't seen another living person. I haven't seen any dead people either, for that matter. But just look at that. So the conditions are just fabulous, just absolutely fabulous. Sun's coming and going, shining some light into Newlands Valley. Just look, and snow on the peaks, brilliant contrast. Some cloud. I think what I'm going to get for the rest of the day is cloud coming and going. So I'm going to get my camera set up, and it lends itself to a kind of panorama. But I'll see what I can do. Oh, it's a bit of a rainbow just shining towards kind of Bassenthwaite. Bassenthwaite's just around the corner. So very, very, very subtle rainbow. You won't be able to see it on the GoPro. It was just a hint of a rainbow. Be nice if I get some more of those today. So, but yeah, going to get set up. Well, there's a lesson in the changing weather in the lakes. So it's about 5 minutes since I spoke to you, and it was sunny, and now it's gone black as night over over that way, and there's a heck of a lot of rain falling up in the valley, which I think is heading this way. So I put all my wet water gear on. I've covered my camera and my bag up with my wet water cover. I'm just contemplating covering up my tripod, but waterproof trousers on, waterproof coat. I'm just going to ride it out. But it's a lesson for anyone who comes out into the lakes, and if they set out thinking it's going to be sunny all day, can change in a flash. So, but I'm hoping once the rain's cleared, get some great opportunities for some photography. So in fact it's sunny over, look over the other side of Derwent, and it's sunny. So changeable, I think, is the description that the weather forecaster would give. So I'm going to hunker down and see how it goes. Well, that wasn't pleasant at all. So after I spoke to you, it just absolutely hammered it down with rain, hail, sleet, snow, the lot. So much so that I packed all my stuff up and I went just down over the peak to get out of the wind, because it was just blowing. And about an hour and a half of just stood in the rain with my hood up and all my gear on. But I think we're now getting somewhere. So it's starting to clear, so starting to see some blue sky up there. So I think there's more rain, well, there's definitely more rain over in the valleys. And one of the challenges I've had is I got my camera out a couple of times. So I grabbed a few quick shots when occasionally the sun kind of beamed out. But now's a perfect example. It's just starting to spit with rain again. And so I'm constantly having to cover my camera. So it's been in and out the bag about 10 times. It's not so much the camera will get damaged, because it is showerproof, but a couple of times I've set up a shot and it starts to rain. You get rain on the lens, you can't take a shot, you've got to dry the lens off. By the time you've done all that, the shot's disappeared. So a little bit frustrating, but I think we're getting somewhere. So if it spin you round quickly, so there's quite a lot of sun down in the valley. There's quite a bit of blue sky. The forecast is for it to clear up a bit, so it looks like it's going to, but it looks like there's some rain coming as well. So and I have been contemplating heading up to the top of Causey Pike just while it's raining, but I'll stay for the moment, and if I get a few shots, I then might head up Causey Pike. We'll see. I think we're finally getting somewhere. So that rain is now headed off over that direction for now, and I don't need to tell you, you can see there's light starting to fall on the fells. There's gaps up in the clouds, so the light is occasionally beaming in, and I'll show you what I'm up to. So I've got try and explain, got a composition with Robinson and then knot rig on either end of my kind of composition, so I've zoomed in a bit, but I'm going for a kind of high contrast image, so I don't really care if I lose detail, because what I'm trying to get is the darkness contrasted with the light, so you can see the light shining now on the fells. So I'm trying to create images that highlight that contrast, and that light picking out the colour on the fells. So I'm hoping it works. I'm just let me set that. So I'm on f11, and I've got my graduated filter in to take out some of that brightness in the sky, but I'm just underexposing the landscape and exposing for the brightness. So the final image will probably be not much detail in the hills, apart from where the light is shining and where the light's in the cloud and where there's light on the snow. So hopefully it creates a kind of a wintry, contrasty image. The wind's picked up, I apologise. I apologise, it's gusting a bit, blowing me around. But you can see, you know, when I showed you earlier, Skidder, you more or less couldn't see it, but cloud's getting blown off the top. So I'm going to stay here for a little while and try and get some more images into the valley. But then I'm still contemplating going up Causey Pike, but haven't made my mind up yet. But blimey, the wind's picked up. At least it keeps the rain blowing away, hopefully. Well, made it to the summit of Causey Pike, and I thought I'd give you the benefit of another 360 degrees. So, starting at Bassenthwaite Lake. Sorry, got to look at my feet so I don't trip over. How's that for a view? Do you want to see it again, the other direction? Look at that. Look, whoop. Look at that, up in the snow line, and the rain seems to have gone for now, but I'll just make my way to the camera. Oh, this way, let's go this way. So my camera is over there, and I'm looking at Robinson and not rig, and I'm working on a composition, so let's go and have a look. Seen a few peeps there. I think I mentioned earlier that I hadn't seen another person. I've seen maybe a dozen people and a couple of dogs. So got my camera set up looking that way, and I think it's spectacular. It won't be everybody's cup of tea because it's a bit bleak and harsh and the clouds are grey, but I think that sums up a winter view, a winter scene for me, and just I hope I can do it justice. So got Robinson here and not rig, so I'm working on a composition that takes in not rig and Robinson using the kind of the spine of not rig in the foreground. So I'll show you now. When I'm taking it, it's quite dark because the sun's up there behind the clouds, but I'll brighten the image so you can see what I'm doing in terms of the composition. So it looks a bit kind of misty, but that's just because of the brightness. So I've got not rig ridge running from the bottom left hand corner up, and then when you see the final image it kind of loops round. I hope that makes sense, but you can see it's a challenging situation, but I'm going for a shot like that, and let's see. I'll just show you. It's hard to see. It might be much better when I show you on the kind of final image, but I want it to be dark in the foreground because I want that snow picked out, and I want the kind of greyness in the sky. There's a little bit of overexposure there which I can deal with. I've got my graduated filter in on the clouds, but I think it's attractive. I think it's lovely. I think it's stunning. It's bitterly cold. My eyes are watering from the cold, but it's worth the climb. It's a bit the kind of the, if you ever look at a kind of a silhouette of Causey Pike, it kind of, from rolling end where I was earlier, it kind of goes like this and then goes wee, and which I like that wee, and you've literally got to climb up the last bit. So I'm not going back down that way. I'm going to go down and then drop down into the valley and back down, but I'm going to stay here for a little bit and try and make the most of that winter scene. It's a pity the sun's not so. That's Grisdale Pike over there. If the sun was shining on there, that would be spectacular. So yeah, keep my fingers crossed. As I speak, the sun gets a bit brighter. You never know what's going to happen. I'll get on with it. I just repositioned myself a bit because although I like the composition, and well, we'll see if it worked in the end, I wanted to use some of this because I'll post a photograph saying taken from the summit of Causey Pike, but if you don't see anything in the foreground, how would you know? So these rocks here are kind of in fact that's where I was stood before, on those rocks. So I've repositioned myself and repositioned my composition. So I've still got kind of Robinson here and not rig here, but I've positioned those rocks down in the bottom right hand corner, and just going to take a reading off the snow on Robinson. And what I hope I get when I take those images is a nice balance with that there and Robinson right on my rule of thirds. Look at that now, some beautiful sun shining over there. Just on the, it's a Helvellyn range, isn't it? So some sun, lots of snow up there by the look of it. But I think once I've, sorry, just reposition myself, once I've done this, I'm going to head down or maybe just head along there a little bit and see what the weather's looking like over on Grisdale Pike, see if I can get a couple of images that way. But I'm probably done enough this way. Although, have you ever done enough? Ooh, skidder in sunshine. It's lovely, absolutely lovely. It's cold, but lovely. The end of another trip out. So I'm well on my way back down. As I came off Causey Pike and was hoping for some good light on Grisdale Pike, but it didn't happen, so I came down. But I quite enjoyed the trip down because the path was covered in snow and it felt a bit like kind of skiing, although I've never been skiing. But it was great. It was soft and just kind of glided down. So that's the top of Causey Pike, so I was up there, and that's rolling end. So the trip was up there, and then back down and round here. And I hope, fingers crossed, I hope I got some moody images. They will be moody because the kind of weather was so mixed, and that hour and a half or whatever it was, where I couldn't get anything done because of the rain, was fun. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Oh, sorry, just had to navigate a big ditch. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the trip. Hope you enjoyed the images, if I've got any. And I look forward to kind of reading your comments, and thumbs up would be appreciated. And welcome to all new subscribers. And the final thing, don't forget to check out Hillcrest 22. So there's a link below. Brilliant guest house, brilliant people. So see you on the next one, wherever that might be.